after Hazar Chaurasi ki Ma, you did
Yeah.
Deham.
Deham was a
Deham.
science fiction actually. A
Yeah, Good
serious science
Boy.
fiction. Yeah.
Then you did Good Boy,
Bad
Bad
Boy,
Boy, 68 pages.
Anjaana Anjaani.
It's
Yeah.
Kid Story,
69 Pages again was
Bhopal.
a
Yeah.
69 Pages was a very important film. It was based on the diary of a counselor, actual diary of a counselor who wrote 69 pages. And she was working with HIV patients. So I played a counselor in that film who gets HIV in the end. It was a very interesting film. It got the Best Film Award at, I think, New Orleans Film Festival, 69 Pages. Then I
Wow.
did a film called mm, um, uh, Saw Jhoot, Ek, what was it? Saw Jhoot, Ek Jhoot, Saw Sach, something like that. I'm forgetting the name. Saw Jhoot, Ek Sach, sorry. This was a very interesting film which had a multi-star cast. It had Mammootty from South. It had Vikram Gokhale. Uh, it had Lilith Dubey. It had me. It was about one night, about a policeman who comes to detect a suicide, which has not happened yet. Very interesting film. That got the silver at Lyons Festival in France. Goodbye Bad Boy was a Subhash Ghai production. Anjana Anjani was Siddharth Anand's film with Ranbir and all. Hate Story was Vikram Bhatt's production. So yeah, these were the commercial, semi-commercial kind of setup.
And recently you did Class of 83.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was Red Chili production. So that was sort of a comeback for Bobby Deol. He was he was literally doing a central character after four years of almost doing nothing. you know. So that was his comeback film, and it really brought him back. And now Bobby is flying, of course, but that was the one with which he stepped in.
then you
It's
also
come
did
back.
Bhopal, A Prayer for Rain.
Yeah,
So you've done so many genres. Like I
yeah.
see that there are variety of films that you have done, whether Hindi
Prayer
cinema.
for Rain was based on Bhopal gas tragedy. Yeah? It was a UK US co-production.
Yeah,
Martin Sheen, the Hollywood legend, was acting in that film.
yeah.
So it was on Bhopal gas tragedy, and I played a real character of a guy who was the only educated guy in that Union Carbide plant. He wanted to save everybody from the tragedy, but nobody listened to him. So it was that character. So it was very interesting. These are the stuff which can be documents for future to refer to, about both cinema and reality.
So when you did so many variety of characters, so many
Yeah,
genres, I know you initially said that you get attracted to the story, more about the story. It's not about the, how big the
the
budget
setup.
is
Yeah.
or how commercial it is. You look for the good story. But
Yeah.
is there any specific genre that you as an actor or even as a person enjoy doing?
I really enjoy light-hearted situational comedies. People have this strange uh, image about me being a very serious actor. When they say serious actor, they feel I do only serious stuff, which is not true at all. So, light-hearted situational comedies, which Basu Chatterjee, Rishikesh Mukherjee used to do with Amol Palekar in the center in the 70s and 80s. Those are the kind of stuff I really like because they were healthy, they were family films, they had middle class issues and ideas, and they were funny not because they were trying to be funny, but because it came out of the situation. I love those kind of films and I want to be part of. Like I've recently done a film which will be releasing in May, I think, produced by Sanjay Leela Bhansali, directed by Ravi Udiyawar, which is a sort of that kind of film, space based in that space. Siddhant is there and a lot of other good actors are there. So it's coming. It's going to be coming out in somewhere in May. So I've been part of that kind of genre, which I really really enjoy.
What advice would you give to aspiring actors?
Most important aspect would be pure love for acting. That is the most important. Don't strategize. Don't aim for the result through acting. Aim for acting itself, the love of acting. Second, when you do it, you must be driven by passion first, because it is your passion which will make you last forever. If you are only looking for a shortcut, it may remain a shortcut. It may not take you in the long run. So passion is what which will keep you there. And I don't know whether it's important or not, but I feel that it is important for one to grow as a person, to grow as an actor. So you have to constantly grow as a person. You have to see, you have to read, you have to observe, you have to hear, you have to empathize, you have to get involved with the life around you. And that will enrich you as an actor and as an artist. If you want to be an actor artist, you can just be an actor, who does something, gets paid per day and is happy with that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to be an artist actor, who will be remembered for the kind of contribution he made to the art of the mediums where acting is involved. Because acting doesn't exist on its own. It needs a medium. Like painting exists on its own. Poetry exists on its own. But acting exists because theater exists. Acting exists because cinema exists. Acting exists because TV exists. So without those mediums, you can't be an actor. So you have to understand the medium, its needs. You have to understand the stories that are being told. To understand the stories, you have to understand life itself. So, you got to be much bigger than just this ambition for.
Sorry, I'll take you one step back. What do you miss most about the 90s? Is there anything that you miss about that era?
There was an innocence, of course, because the smartphone didn't exist. Google was not the only way you could gather knowledge. To gather knowledge, you needed to go out there and make an effort to gather knowledge. You had to be interested and be curious. Today, you just click something and you get. Fake news didn't exist in those days. You didn't have fakery because it's either real or it doesn't exist. Today, everything exists in two, three different forms: real, unreal, fake, very fake. All those things are there. And they have diluted our lives majorly. And binaries have always existed, but we didn't have so much of polarization that we have in society today. Whether it's America, whether it's India, whether it's any country, society is like too different. They just don't see eye to eye to each other. They all are clashing all the time, all the time, all the time. They give galis to them, they give galis to them. I don't get that. In 90s, it didn't happen. People had their opinions, but a family together went out to watch a movie. Family together sat and watched a serial. They didn't clash over actors. इस एक्टर को नहीं देखना बिकॉज इस एक्टर का ये ओपिनियन है, उस एक्टर को नहीं देखना क्योंकि वो एक्टर उधर का है. ऐसा ऐसा नहीं था तब. You didn't have any polarization about either actors or directors or cinema. There was a certain kind of innocence about it. You saw the medium as a medium of entertainment or a medium of education or a medium of messaging, whatever. But you didn't see it as their films, our films. You know, all these things didn't exist. So I miss the harmony and the innocence of pure family response to entertainment.